Only 12 people have ever walked on the moon, and they all did it within just 4 years of each other. Then, for the last 50 years, no one has gone back. The problem is, our spacesuits for the moon haven't been updated in decades. But now, to make this next chapter in space possible, spacesuits are getting a major upgrade. These new suits will give astronauts the superpower to do more for longer. But not all spacesuits are the same. There are a few big buckets you should know.
One is what's called launch and entry suits, and the other one is what I would call EVA suits, or extravehicular activity suits. And that's the suit that we're working on here. Launch and entry are those orange space shuttle suits. They're the white and black suits that SpaceX uses. They're essentially high altitude suits such that if your vehicle experiences a problem and loses its ability to control the atmosphere of the vehicle, those suits become an atmosphere for you and allow you to at least re-enter to get back to Earth safely.
Spacesuits began in this launch and entry bucket.
So when you go back and look at the Mercury program, really what they were dealing with is these high altitude suits that protected you in case your cabin lost pressure or something like that.
Your life depends on this. It has that reliability and that robustness built into it to protect you from all these things that could harm you.
Okay, so here's how this spacesuit stops you from dying in space.
First and foremost, the suit provides you an atmosphere, right? It provides you oxygen that you can breathe and pressure that your body can operate in.
The oxygen that I'm breathing right now comes from tubes running into the suit from this machine. But in the final suit, all of the oxygen and carbon dioxide being breathed in and out will be processed inside a big backpack, the primary life support system. As they're pumping oxygen into the suit with this machine, the pressure inside the suit, for me, is increasing. And that new higher pressure will be contained by the inner bladder layer. There are lots of layers to a spacesuit, but you can think of them in 3 major sections. So, together, the bladder layer and the restraint layer contain the atmosphere that you need and define how you can move. The final insulation layer helps protect you from all of these. That's the black outer layer. One thing you might be wondering is, why is it black and not the iconic white? The answer is because this is just a prototype.
Okay, so now I've broken off a piece.
The next part of this challenge was to collect my sample using only the tools.
Okay.
This was a lot harder than it looked.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. I got it. So the goal is to put one knee on the ground. Whew. I feel like I'm planting a flag. This is an example of something you would not be able to do in the current EVA suits. Being able to be in a position like this in a full EVA suit. Oh, thank you.
I think we should have gotten Kubrick.
And here's another problem. Let's say that they decide that they're going to dig a hole or dig into the side of a mountain on the moon and then put a base in there. Well, you're still on the outside for a little while, so what are the chances of you getting pulverized by some of this debris? It's just questions that you have to ask yourself. Why is it on Mars it's the same thing as these bases that they put on the moon? They always have to have a skylight. They make these domes out of this radioactive proof material, and then they put a window, a skylight in it. And when you look at the bases on Mars, the ones that they do in these CGI animations, they have windows in them on the top. They have skylights. I really don't get that. And then I said in one video, I says, well, maybe they'll put that mesh in the skylights that they have in microwave oven doors. And then I put a sample of it up there. And then what did Phase 52 do? It goes and makes a video about it. And then he says, microwave oven doors? Why would you do that? Oh my God.
Don't try and understand it. They're just very, very sad people.
Well, I think that's to stop the radiation from escaping and cooking your eyeballs when you're looking in the oven trying to see if your meal's ready or not. You know, but they don't get that. They don't get it.
But you see, that's what happens when you work at NASA. You go progressively more insane. Because they've got to maintain their story. They've got to pretend that they got to the moon. Anybody who says they didn't, obviously they've got to be attacked. So that's what they do all the time.
All this new technology that they're making, and yet they never needed it before.